Hi guys, Dr. Harvey, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about clarity. People often seek therapy with me because they're looking for clarity in their life. Maybe they feel stuck and they lack direction or they're conflicted about a decision. And so oftentimes it helps to have someone help you sort through those thoughts and just give you a different perspective so that you can figure out the next move, where you'd like to go in life and what you want to do. Over the weekend, I was listening to a televised sermon by Joel Osteen. And part of what he was talking about was this idea of increasing sensitivity. And the idea behind it was that when we can begin to increase sensitivity in our life, we can hear God's voice. We can hear our intuition, our gut, and see the signs that are guiding us in a particular direction. Oftentimes I find in my own life that when something is the right direction for me, the doors just seem to open and it feels so easy. And other people from the outside looking in say, like, aren't you scared to be doing this? Aren't you nervous to take this next step? And the answer for me, genuinely from a very real place, is that I'm not, because things are opening for me and therefore I feel like this is my path. Regardless of where it's going to end up, this is the direction for me to go. Conversely, there are times where I feel like I'm walking uphill in the snow, and I'm sure you can relate. I'm like barefoot against the wind, freezing cold, going uphill and making no headway and wondering, like, why can I not just make this the way I want it, right? And then oftentimes I'll have this sudden realization of like, maybe this is just not the thing I'm supposed to do right now. And I look at my other options. So increasing sensitivity is a really important way to begin to be open to the signs that are all around us to help us move in a certain direction. Malcolm Gladwell wrote a book called Blink, and I read it several years ago. And the idea of thin slicing was in the book. And it's a similar kind of concept because his point was that we can often overthink a decision when in fact that we often come up with the right decision in a moment's notice, right? Just thin slicing the situation. We can trust our gut and come up with the correct answer. But sometimes we bring in all this excess of information and we get overloaded and we really get bogged down and stuck in something. So one thing that I do is that I run these meditation workshops periodically, and I'm just helping people with a very basic mindfulness meditation. And this is called a number of different things, and I've talked about it in previous blogs, and people use it in a lot of different ways. But the basic premise here is that in slowing down your mind, you can begin to observe the tendencies of your mind and allow yourself this beautiful ability to be in the present moment rather than trying to solve this puzzle of life. And let's face it, oftentimes when we're trying to solve something, we get so bogged down and we're trying so hard to grasp onto the things that how we want them to be and what we're for sure we just can't let go of, that we really find ourselves feeling like we have no options. And I think a lot of times this is what leads to anxiety and depression and these difficult emotional experiences that people come to me with. So the idea of meditation can rest somewhat on this principle of letting go. In meditation, we're learning to let go of needing things to be a certain way. I once saw this cartoon of someone holding onto a rock, and the little bubble that's coming out of their mouth is like, I can't let go of this rock. It's not much, but it's all I have, and I can't let it go. And meanwhile, the rock is like dragging them to the bottom of the ocean, right? So sometimes, even though we feel like we can't let go of something because either it's our identity or it's the thing that we feel like is our path or what we want for ourselves, really, if we just slow down and we listen to that inner voice, maybe it's time to let go. So in this practice of letting go, we begin to see that there are so many other options and choices available to us if we can really step back and get the big picture. So just a little bit on clarity. I'm sure I'll speak more in this similar arena, and if you guys have any questions, please shoot them my way. You can find me on totalwellness.com and follow my blog there, or on WordPress. Please feel free to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or all of the other social media that are out there, and I will see you guys next time.